Hey guys, what's going on? Alright, so I'm sure most of you by now have heard about the blackout pretty much in the entire country of Venezuela, which, if you remember, if you watch my videos often, I did say that that was a very big possibility. And it's not like I'm, you know, a mind reader or something like that, but they did the same exact thing in Chile back in 1973 whenever they overthrew Allende and put in that absolute psychotic dictator Pinochet. It's like they have nothing better. They're gonna get Elliot Abrams, you know, same people. Elliot Abrams, Barr, Bolton, freaking Pompeo. Same guys, different times, still Latin America. It's ridiculous. Like, it does not take a rocket scientist to figure out that they're doing this. Not only that, y'all, what is absolutely horrendous is the fact that they are going on Twitter and making jokes about this. Check this out. These tweets from Marco Rubio, Pompeo, all the neocons laughing about it and stuff like this. Look, let's look at their tweets. Oh my gosh, they're crazy. So Rubio stole all the money they should have invested in maintaining the power grid. He's trying to convince people of this. No food, no medicine, now no power. Next, no Maduro. Who says this? And I like Ben Norton's comment. Neocon Pompeo is now publicly bragging about how the U.S. economic and political war on Venezuela is causing civilians to suffer. There is food in Venezuela, but crippling U.S. sanctions have made it very difficult to import medicine. This is pure sadism. Oh, they won't stop. They keep tweeting all this stuff. They want the world to see it. The power outage is devastating and hurting ordinary Venezuelans it's not because of the U.S., it's not because of Colombia or Brazil. Like, what? You're pretty much saying, yes, it's us. Maduro's policies bring nothing but darkness. Like, that's supposed to be funny? I mean, how ridiculous. Rubio again. Reports of at least 9 deaths at the hospital due to the blackout in Venezuela. Behind the whatever lives being lost because of the crimes of the Maduro crime family. He only puts that because people say the Rubio crime family. So ridiculous. And they just keep going on and on. Then threatening other countries to not help. Otherwise, it's so ridiculous. So you might be wondering where I am. It doesn't really matter, but I'm at the ball fields. My son has practice. Okay, so back to this. So they're making light of this like it's some kind of joke, when we all know it's absolutely not, and they are looking like a joke. It's so ridiculous. So all the officials said it was definitely sabotage to their dam, I don't know how to say it, this dam right here, that it's absolutely sabotage. And I did say that about, well, I don't know, 3 weeks ago or something. That was why, we'll say ISIS stands for this. That's who it was. Yup. They're in Brazil. They've been there for, I don't know, like a month or something. And that was what they were there for. To be used to do that. Word on the street though, on the underground streets, they didn't make it out. They cut off the electricity, but they didn't make it out. It's just word on the street. I mean, it's not funny anytime someone dies. But it's almost, you know, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. And if they're willing to do this to create more chaos, and this isn't just chaos like you lose electricity. The reason that they've been able to be so resilient in this time of economic collapse is because they went to a cryptocurrency. Their or they were using Dash and all this stuff, and it's just absolutely insane. So what I want to show you is, you know, the news wants to tell you that they're in all of this strife and the economic collapse and they're poor and that they're eating zoo animals and all of this stuff. So wouldn't you expect, if they lost electricity, people to be running around the town, like breaking out glass, looting, stealing food and water, and you know, all that stuff that they do here during the hurricanes or any type of electrical disaster, storm, or anything? This is what's going on right now. Let's check it out. So I went through just regular videos, whatever was live, and that's a question that people ask. Oh, could this have been pre-recorded? You know, when they've asked about other videos. No, I make sure and get live videos, whether it be from YouTube, Twitter, you know, on their Periscope or Facebook or whatever. That way, there's no way that it's a pre-recording and it's actually going on at that time. So you're just seeing people walking around like everyday situation, still going to work, still getting on the bus, you know, normal everyday things that you would see. You don't see insane fighting, craziness. And I went through a bunch of videos. I'm going to show you a couple of them, but I mean, they're essentially boring, which is good. You know, that means that there's not crazy stuff going on. Now, right now at this time, now that I'm recording this so late, I would not doubt if the opposition is not trying to create a big situation. I wouldn't doubt it at all. They could very well be doing that right now. But I mean, everybody was being normal, going to work. They weren't like, oh, we're not going to work, this is crazy. It was just normal. The schools were closed for the day, I believe in most areas. But, you know, most things were open as much as they could be. Everything from the mainstream media is just absolute absurdity, and they can't even get the things right. Look, I mean, even Juan is just doing his little speech right here. What kind of dictator lets people do that? None. They don't do that. I mean, it just makes they can't even get this stuff right. It's like they want this to be true so much, they can't even create it. I mean, you look at other countries right now and they're not even this calm. Sorry, I'm getting groceries out. But just normal. Look, they're all excited to see the camera. They're just like normal people. We need to think about who we're siding with. Because this will be a Christian genocide. I just want to throw that out there. So we've got some big problems. We have the chief of the UN. She is the former president of Chile. Her name is Michelle Bachelet. And oddly enough, her father, Alberto or Augusto Bachelet, was murdered by that evil dictator, the real one, that we installed, Pinochet, in Chile back in the 70s. So she's going to be there tomorrow, I believe, in Venezuela. I don't think she's going to take kindly to the foolishness. They've already voted against what we're doing. And I know people are like, oh, it's just the UN. Yeah. But do you see all those videos that people are like, oh my God, UN vehicles are here and they're going to take over? If we keep acting like this, they freaking might. I don't know, people think it's funny or whatever, but then they keep playing with fire. Like, they are so psychotic that they just can't give up. Why can't they walk away? I bet you everything I own, which isn't much, but that Maduro would actually make a deal with them. If you just leave him alone, he would probably make a deal with us just like Chavez did, saying, hey, we'll sell you a barrel of oil, $50 forever. That's what Chavez did even after they tried to overthrow him. When they tried to assassinate him, when they took him hostage, even after that, just 2 weeks after that, he actually said, hey, I'll you know, $50 a barrel forever for the lifetime of our oil. But no, back then the Bush administration was too greedy, and again, it's happening again. What people need to really, really see is how you cannot just elect one person and change a swamp that is this deep. Even if everything that Trump said he was holding to, it does not matter. It is the same snake with two different heads. Every 4 to 8 years, hope and change, hope and change, hope and change. And then what do we get? Nothing. We've just become further divided, arguing over nonsense, still allowing the media to fool us with their nonsense. Even the government, when they come and say these things, people start, this and that, getting all angry. They want you angry. They want you looking in that direction. Stop doing it. What we need to all do is get behind states' rights. That is our only chance. Here's the thing. At this point, we are in such a bad way with the amount of criminals that are in office that the only way, and not just because of that, but because of the division and because how manipulated people have become, the only way we can have change is through pain. Through pain comes change. And unfortunately, that's where we are, because we are too polarized, too much. So if we can get people behind, stop thinking that if you can just vote this one person, they're gonna change the world. It's not gonna happen. What we need to get behind is the 9th and 10th Amendments for states' rights, personal rights, which, you know, I'm going to go into an entire video to explain all of this. I'll do that next. I know I keep saying it, but I just wanted it to be really good. But I think I'll just put one together and then just roll it out to begin, because it's just, this is what's happening. I see people, you know, especially the Democrats, they're getting behind their guy, either Bernie or Tulsi or Camilla, whoever is running. Nothing is going to change. It's the same people working for the same lobbyist. So our main things we need to work for is states' rights, and our 9th and 10th Amendment, giving states back their power. And not only that, but these lobbyists, they've got to go. These crony lobbyists that spend so much money every year to just get what they want, that's what we need to get behind. And some states have already done it. They've already gotten the lobbyist banned, or however it's, you know, I'll try to explain it better. But it's just crazy, y'all. The Venezuela blackout, I mean, we called it. And alright guys, sorry I have to cut it short, but my phone's about to die and practice is over. But I'm gonna try to get that other video out tonight. Y'all have a wonderful night. Like, share, subscribe, and we've got to just unite, y'all. We've got to. All right.